The sea covers over 2/3 of our planet's surface. Yet we know more about space and the universe than we do about our own oceans. Scuba diving allows us to peel back the blue veil that obstructs our eyes from all the magnificent things that lurk below. And rest beneath the sea. We invite you to join us as we travel and explore all that lies beneath. Hello there, everybody. This is Captain Dennis with SqualusMarine.com. We're out today with our good buddy Mark Monroe and Pat Casey. We're on their boat called the Resolute. And if you look who lives here, she goes on too many dates. She can't make them stay. And that's just what people say. But anyways, we're on the wreck of the Heroine today. That's what we're going to do today. So we're heading out. Here we've got our grappling hook. And we're going to drop this over the side when the captain gets us over the wreckage. And Mr. Casey is going to bloop. There it goes. And then we're going to back down and get caught in the wreck. I'm the first one in the water today. And this is a old steam fishing trawler. Sank in 1920. If you want any more information, you can go check out the SqualusMarine.com data page and check out some of the cool stuff that some of our friends like Dan Berg and Aqua Explorers and Mark himself actually have a bunch of resources for you to check out shipwreck. So we're on our way down to the bottom. Here we are at 52 feet. And it's a little choppy, but not too horrible. You can start to see the wreck on the bottom. And a big white line going off to the left for some reason. See some of the sides of the ship where the portholes used to be. And we're down in the wreckage. So the first thing I have to do is get my wreck reel and get situated. So this place looks like as good a place as any. We're just going to wrap up our handy dandy reeler and start exploring. First thing we come across is some fishing gear. This looks somewhat expensive. Apparently this is a great fishing spot. Fishing for fish and trawler becomes a fishing spot. That's great. And this place is loaded with nets. Nothing too provocative though. So the first thing we're going to do is swim off in one direction, and here we have the, I guess, boiler and condenser. It could be the engine, but it's round, so it looks like a boiler to me. And we're moving in one direction, which turns out to be aft. Another look at that boiler. You can see all the little nooks and crannies. That's what the fish like. The plants grow on the shipwreck. The fish eat the plants. And then the big fish eat the little fish. And it's the circle of life. Also, a food chain. So here we are towards the stern, taking another look at the massive boiler. Heading aft some more. You can see there's some netting. Visibility is not too bad. I'll take it. And this, I believe, is the rudder post. Still heading aft on the wreck, and we start to see this white line, which is the same line that we saw when we were doing our descent. And upon further investigation, this line actually turned out to be a mooring line that somebody had put on the wreck, but there was a little bit too much rope and it got caught up in the rest of the wreck. There's the rudder post over there. We had some, I guess you could say, flooded Clorox bottles, and here you got some bits. So that got caught, tangled up, so we kind of wrapped that up a little bit to make it a little safer. You can see there's a lot of fish down here, like sea bass and blackfish. And if you don't believe me, just take a look for yourself. Little sea bass guy hanging out down here. So now we're going to turn around and head the other direction. And you can see there's some more bits. Here we are on the opposite side of the rudder post, and it comes up pretty high. And here we are getting attacked by our ravage Bergal. Vicious. It's not Bergal week, buddy. So we're going to pass the bits on the way back to the tie-in. And we start seeing some of the sides of the ship. Here we are moving forward. And you can see a large capstan winch. It's fallen over off of the bow onto the seabed. And it appears that this is where the mooring was originally set up. That chain looks fairly new. And I think the reason they picked this place is because it's worked before. You can see it's been tied in with chain before, so I guess when something works, you go with it. Here we are on the other side of the winch. Still moving forward. We're on the starboard side of the vessel. And here we have access to get underneath the bow, which is still kind of opened, so we can get inside a little bit. We're not the only ones here. A lot of little fish like to hang out in here, apparently. But we're going to go inside and look around. See, the light comes in through here, but I'm guessing most of the bigger fish want to hang out inside, but we're making so many bubbles, lots of noise, while the big kids leave. But this, you come down here with the camera, it's a pretty photogenic wreck. So now we're on the outside of the bow, and I saw this, it looks like there's some more bits there. There's this round piece, like a sphere, on a post. As we come around, did you see it? Don't worry, we're coming back. Here you can see the mighty anchor of the Heroine. It's upside down. Here's one of the flukes in the center of your screen. And that comes back to the middle of the anchor right there. And then it goes straight down. And it looks like there's a shackle on here. Part of it's pretty loose. So now we're going to continue to move forward. Actually, we've gone around the bend. You can kind of see more fishes. Here we are looking up. Lots of stuff to see down here. So now we're around the other side. And look at this thing. This is the largest scup or porgy I've ever seen. That thing was like the size of a steering wheel. Huge. So now we're in the middle of the wreck and we're right up against the boiler. And I happen to see this little access. And I love looking in these little hideaways. And what do we find? But there's a big eel back there. A little skittish, and I don't blame him. I got some bright lights. But he's in there. Little white nose. So we're going to back out and keep moving aft. We're on the port side. Pay attention. Something crazy is going to happen. There it goes. Big attack tautog. Just shot out from the side of the boiler. And this is the only flatfish we saw today. But he hung out with us for a little while. Very little while. Another big old blackfish hiding in the debris. And another look at the big monstrosity that used to be the Heroine. And we're pretty much done. So we're going to let Pat hang out down here and do his thing. Make our ascent back up to the ship. And we hope you enjoyed diving with us today. If you want to check out some more wreck videos, check us out at squalusmarine.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of the action. And until the next dive, I'm Captain Dennis.